I feel Puerto Rican. I feel Puerto Rican in this Rican. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Minami and I'm back again with another YouTube video. Hope you guys are doing great and everybody's doing okay. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to reinstall any old frontal that you have at home. Yes sis, this wig is not new. It's not new. For those that want to know the details of this wig is from Jolie Amina on Instagram. I'm going to leave their link down below in the screen. Well, the fab hair, they sell very good quality hair. I've had this hair for 1 year plus and it's giving. Okay, it's giving. So I'm going to be showing you guys all the tips and tricks on how you can reinstall a frontal wig and make it look flawless, because I know usually on YouTube you see videos or how to install a new wig. Yeah, we have old wigs and we'll not just wear them and throw them away. So if you want to see how I was able to melt this wig, then do all to keep watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, fam. Okay, so let's just get straight into the video. See you guys on my next one. Mwah.
In today's video, we'll be installing this 13x4 frontal wig from Jolie Amina, and it's in the length 12 inches. The first thing, I like to give the difference between a closure and a frontal, because I get a lot of people get confused about it from time to time. First, in this video, you're going to be needing a hot comb, a straightener, a heat protecting spray just to maintain the quality of the hair and all that, and just to make sure it doesn't get like heat damage and stuff. You're also going to be needing a wax stick. So the first thing I did was to straighten out the hair, then I'm going to work on the hairline. But like I said, I'll tell you the difference between a closure and a frontal. So a frontal usually goes from ear to ear, that like from one side of your ear to the other side of your ear, which they usually come in 13 inches. So from your ear to the other ear, the length is usually 14 inches, and then from your hairline to the back to the parting space usually is either 4 inches or 6 inches. So that's it. And also a frontal usually gets more space than a closure, and there are different kinds of closures as well. I'm going to be doing a wig series and we'll just get all those details and how to do all of that. So I used the wax stick, then I went in with a hot iron comb. So this is a hot iron comb, and I'm just going to slick it all behind, just so I'll be able to work on the hairline. It's just to prep it. And most times you don't have to do this. Like for instance, if you got your hair from Jolie Amina, like I said, usually their hair come pre-plucked. So as you see from the video, this hair has already been pre-plucked before. You see how the hairline is already looking natural and all that. But as you get from my name, Minami Extra, like I'm always doing the most sometimes. So I'm just going to just work on the hairline a bit more, because I want it to look even more natural. The first thing I did was to section off some hair, and I'm going to get it out, because the first time I did install this hair, I was in a haste. I had to travel, so I just did like something quick, and I didn't really like cut out the thingy exactly, because like you can see, like it was not straight at the front. So I'm just going to go in with some tweezers, and I'm just going to pluck it a little bit just to make the hairline a bit natural. But before I did that, I sectioned off the hair a bit, like that's a part that had already been pre-plucked. I sectioned it just so that I can pluck the back of it, if I'm like the area you see me plucking now, just so I don't over pluck the front or something like that. Let me know if you want to see like a detailed plucking video, because obviously this one has been sped up and I'm not really showing like the exact motion or like the real-time speed. Yeah, so I'm just going to pluck it a bit more just to make it look natural using my tweezers. And in case you're plucking, you have to like comb it from time to time just to see the hair that be able to take off and everything. Some people get confused. I get some people who ask like, why do you have to like pluck your hair? I remember when I was in Cameroon, days with clients that would be like, oh, yeah, trying to take off their frontal or take off hair from their frontal, and they just want it to be there. If you look at your natural hairline, your hair doesn't, anyway, some people have those hairlines that grows like very thick from in front there. That's like few people. So a natural hairline, like your hair is a bit scanty in front and then it gets thicker as it goes towards the back. So that's why you try to pluck your frontals or your closures just to mimic the natural hairline, to make them look as natural as possible. Like I said, I straightened up the hair, worked on the hairline, and it's finally time for us to put it all in, okay? But first off, let's dance a little because why not? So the first thing I advise that you do, or I usually do when I do my installs, is to go in with some rubbing alcohol. You must not do this. You could also use like makeup wipe, let's say micellar water, and just take off all the oils or any dirt that might be on your hairline, just to prep your hair for the install. Then I'm going to be using the got to be styling gel in the yellow tube. Also use the one in the black tube, and I'm just going to slick my hair behind. Okay, sure you get. Yeah, so far, like I said, hope you're doing okay. Subscribe to this channel because I'm going to be bringing a whole lot of videos. I do videos on travel vlogs, just like when I get through live. Sometimes we just do like a chit chat, get ready with me. I just share my experiences and stuff like that. Hair, beauty, everything, food. See, this channel is just a one-stop channel. Okay, so you want to subscribe because it's absolutely free. And if you've already subscribed, you don't have to subscribe again, because if you click the subscribe button for a second time, you're going to unsubscribe. Is that clear? Yeah. So after I slick my hair back, usually you can also do like the bald cap method and all that, but for a while now I've not been doing that because it takes a lot of time, and you can also achieve very flawless results without doing that. So I usually just go in with a bald cap, which is the brown cap that you'll see me wear, something that is close to my skin tone, or regardless of how it looks like, I can always use like powder and make it dark or light depending on the instant. So I just try to hold it and just push my hair back. Then I go into my powder palette. I know a lot of people use like liquid or maybe cream foundations and all that, and that's totally fine. But my preference usually is using powder. So I go into my powder palette and I take a shade that is my skin tone or sometimes slightly darker. I do that just to prep the hair for it to be a bit dark and to be able to melt into my skin more. And the reason why I use oh yeah, let's just leave that for now. So after putting the powder on the hairline, this is what it looks like. And there are also other glues you can use. Like I say, you can use, there's like bow hold. I've never used that before. Eben just recently released their glue as well. Like there are so many, and I'm going to be trying different glues in this channel, but the glue that I'm mostly, or the styling gel that I'm mostly just rely on, or that I use most of the time, is the got to be, because since it's a styling gel, it's not that harsh on my hairline. Yeah, so I'm going to be applying the styling gel, or let's say the glue, but it's actually a styling gel, at the front of my hairline. So I'm not exactly putting it on my hair, I'm putting it like at the front where you see me do. So I'm just going to put like a thin layer there. And the way I do my installs, like you're going to see in this video, I usually use like more of the spray and less of the gel most times, but it depends. The quantity or the amount of glue that you use depends on how long you want your install to last. Like if you're just trying to just go out for a bit and you just want that quick hold and stuff. You don't need to be going with layers and layers or stuff like that. The install I did in this video, I ended up having the hair for a whole week. It didn't move out. I took the wig to work. I was switching styles every day. And on that note, I have another video on my channel that shows you 10 ways for you to be able to style your frontal wigs. So it's not just about having the frontal, but frontal wigs are very versatile, so you can just rock it like in many different ways. So you can check out that video after you finish watching this one. Then after I use a styling gel, I go in with a spray. Should I say spray glue something? A free split melt. Why am I talking like that? Oh god, it's so early and yeah, I'm unable to talk. So a free spray. I'm just trying out new products for now. I've been using this one and it works quite well. Usually I use the got to be. If you're a beginner, I also advise you to use the got to be in the yellow, the got to be free split spray in the yellow can. It also works perfectly. The last time I traveled, I used that for the whole trip, just using the got to be spray. I also had the Eben EBIN, the hairspray in the black tube, also works wonders. I'm going to buy that to try that as well, and we're going to try that on this channel just to see how it goes. So the first layer of the first layer of glue that I usually put is just to help the wig to just like stand still for a bit, like you saw when I just put the wig, like just so it doesn't move, and then I go back with my spray now, like to officially start melting it down, if that makes sense. So I do this in sections. I'm going to spray, then I'll use my blow dryer. I swap or make it fluctuate between the hot and the cold. You can use just the cool side, to be fair, but it's good to like just like fluctuate, like use the warm setting, make it sometimes cold because it can get really hot, and then yeah, just from time to time. Then I'll be using the small comb, the rat tail comb. I'm just going to use like the teeth, let's call it the comb's teeth, and I'll be pressing it down, or you can also use your fingers as well and just like press. I try not to make this part so fast, just so I wanted you guys to understand. So I'll be going from each section. After I use the blow dryer, or when you're using the blow dryer, depending on how flexible you've become with your hands, you're just going to press that down just so the lace can melt a bit more or like get into your skin. Okay. I can't even do that. What? Okay, so I'll keep going from section to section, but let's chill out for a bit. Okay, if it's your first time, your second time, your third time you're watching this video, you're finding it helpful, I know you are finding this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up because it really helps my channel. It also helps it to be able to for YouTube to like expose the video for many other people to see, because if you're giving it a thumbs up, the algorithm knows, okay, this video is doing something good, so let's show it to more people, if that makes sense. So please give this video a thumbs up. Okay, share with anyone that is struggling to like install their wigs and stuff, and they should subscribe to my channel because I'll be doing like a whole wig series, and then like giving all the tips and tricks, like beauty tips here and there. Like there's a whole lot coming. So after the middle part, I usually work on like one side of the hair and then the other side, and the reason why I start from the middle is just so it has again more stability. And once you get the middle part right, like sometimes if you start installing from the side, you end up maybe having either extra space on the other side or not enough lace there. So I advise you start installing your wigs from the middle part. Yeah, so I keep going in section by section, use the spray, use the comb, press it down, just the whole shebang. Okay, yeah, just keep watching, keep watching. I'll talk from time to time when need be. Okay, okay. It's so early and I'm really feeling so playful. I just repeated the same process that I explained on the other side. Like I always say with wigs, whatever you do to the left hand side, just like maths, whatever you do to the left hand side, do it to the right hand side. Yeah, that's it. Aside that, I hope everybody is doing all right. It's getting to the end of the year, and this year I'm going to be doing vlogmas. I'm really excited for Christmas this year, guys. I already got some Christmas stuff. Like it's about to get real bubbly around here. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Yeah, so subscribe. There's a lot, like a whole lot of content coming your way. Yes, so I'll just go in back and forth with my hair dryer, press it down again, like do the whole step. One thing about installing your wig is or anything that concerns hair, like I'm really passionate about hair. Like I take my time. When you want to do something, it's either I do it or I don't do it. And for you to have a flawless install, like if you want your hair to look how my hair was looking at the beginning of the video, because right now I'm actually going through the process for it to look that way, then you have to take your time if you want your hair, because most times for it's a lace, for you to get it to melt or for you to make it to look as natural as possible, you need to take your time to do it. That's it. You cannot rush over it and then the lace will be really visible. Obviously you might not be able to get it look like your hairline exactly, because that's lace. At the end of the day, is going to show to some extent, but it can get as perfect as you can get it to be. And also with laces, there are different types of laces. The lace I used in this video, this wig, is transparent lace. There's also like AC lace, Swiss lace, a whole lot. In the wig series I'll explain all of that. So I'll be using the headband, the melt down headband from Julie Amina as well, the fab hair, and I'm just going to tie that down. So when you do the first part of the install, which is like the sprays, the glue, blah 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 blah, you have to go in with a hairband or a hair scarf or something that you can just like tie it down for it to melt even more. So I'm going to leave that for 10 to 15 minutes while doing other things. Usually I'll be like doing my makeup and stuff. Then I'm going to come back, take off the hairband, see how far I've gone. Like, oh, look at that, sis. Oh, it's already giving. It's giving. But we're not just going to leave it like that. We're going to do some more, okay? Yeah, I'm really dramatic. So I'm going to go in with some alcohol. You don't want to go with too much because it can take off your wig, sis. A light hand. And I'm just going to quickly clean. You see the white residue that you see, usually it's just because you had hairspray on your hairline, and when you tied it down, the glue got dry and obviously turned white. That's it. That's the best way I can explain that. So I'm just going to clean that off. Clean it, like just clean it off. That's how you take out the white thing. Like I see some girlies on the street and they still have glue on their hairline. Sis, please stop that, okay? It doesn't look nice. Stop it. So you can either go with this or you can just go with some wet wipes and just clean it off. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Yeah, then I'm going in with the powder, the same powder that I use for the lace. Is definitely the dry powder, and like in a color that is close to my skin tone, and you can just go over it. But like you saw when I took out the band, it's not very necessary because this hair, since it was already melted. Okay, I'm going to go in with oh my god, how could I forget how this is called? So this is called the spritz. Oh, thank you God for bringing back my brain this morning. This is called the spritz. So you can use this to install your hair as well, but like it just gives the hair light hold, whereas the freeze spray, which I used earlier, it has more hold. So usually at first I'll spray that like just lightly on my hairline, just to make the hair melt down some more. Like if you have a lace wig, you need a spritz. It just gives that extra melt. It just gives that melted look. Like just helps the lace to just, like, I'm heading for the brain, I'm going down there. Yeah, so you see how it's looking already? Sis, that's how you want it to look. I'm not going to go in with any blow dry or any stuff like that, because like I said, you have to use a light hand. I'll go in again with my band and I'm going to tie it down. This time is the last time, okay? And the reason why I like to do it like in different steps is because I have a very sensitive head. I don't know, I'm still a baby to some extent. And each time, if I have a headband, a head scarf, sometimes even face caps for too long, I just start having a headache. So I'll just go from time to time. I have to like release the band and all that. So I tied that down again after using my spritz. And then, are you ready? Ooh, girl, look at that. See, I feel Puerto Rican in this install. Okay, like it was already giving, it was bringing the energy. I had music playing in the background. I was excited to bring these videos to my girlies because it was giving. Just like I did the other time, I'm just using a cotton pad that has a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and I just cleaned that. And yes, we've come to the end of this video. Hope you guys loved it, and see you guys on my next one. Mwah.